At midday, it was still raining heavily. The track was covered with mud. Joe drove slowly, and the truck did not stop again. They climbed up a steep hill. On the other side, the track went down to a river. It was the biggest river in the forest. This was the last river between the men and their base. An old wooden bridge crossed over the river. They drove down towards the bridge. "Look!" Leon shouted to Joe. "Something's wrong! It's the bridge! It's broken!" Joe did not stop the truck. He drove down slowly to the bank of the river. He drove to the edge of the broken bridge. Then he stopped. They all got out of the truck. They stood in silence. Nobody spoke. They looked at the broken bridge and at the rushing water. Pedro spoke first. "There is no way across the river now. How can we get back to base?" "We must get help," said Leon. "Pedro, you climb back up the hill. Take the radio with you and call base. Perhaps they'll hear you and send help." Manuel lifted the radio out of the truck and fixed it to Pedro's back. Joe stopped them. "It won't work," he said. "Why not?" asked Leon. "It isn't a strong radio," replied Joe. "We're too far away from the base. No one will hear us from this side of the river. We must cross the river by ourselves." "We can't," said Leon. "We must get help." "We can't get help from here," said Joe. "We must cross the river first. Then we can get help." "But how do we get across?" asked Leon. "It's too dangerous. Look at the water." The rain was still falling heavily, and the water was rising. "I have a plan," said Joe. Leon looked at Joe and smiled. "You're clever, Joe," Leon said. "You always have plans, but they never work." "Let's listen to Joe's plan," said Manuel. "We can use the boat," said Joe. Leon laughed. "Don't be stupid. The boat's too small for 4 people. And look at the rushing water. It will carry the boat away." "But we've got a rope," said Joe. "We can tie the rope to the boat. With luck, the water will carry the boat to the other side." "We can try it," said Pedro. "It won't work," said Leon. "It will work," said Joe. "Look, I'll show you." We tie a rope to this end of the bridge. Then we tie the rope to the boat and carry it up the river. 2 of us get into the boat and push it into the river. We paddle hard to get to the other side. We tie the rope to the other end of the bridge. 1 of us pulls the rope and brings the boat back.
The picture sequence from the cinema has finished. You can look at it once more if you want.